There's a lot of bad press going around. We see this article here. Ripple's cross-border business could be collateral damage in the SEC suit. Of course, they're talking about that permanent injunction. What I think people need to understand is Ripple's not enjoined from using on-demand liquidity, even here in the United States. They're just enjoined generally from breaking the law. A lot of ways we all are enjoined from that, right? Like, we're not supposed to go out and break security law. Now, the difference is if they have to go back in court. The judge has already looked at what they're doing and said, look, you're getting close to the line if you haven't already crossed it. If they, violate security law again, it's not going to be pretty. So they have to be extra careful here. So don't make it sound like it's no big deal. Further, I think regulations are on the near horizon. A lot of this stuff will be cleared up. But in no way has Ripple been barred necessarily from using XRP in the United States. They got to be careful. They've been told those transactions can be securities offerings. They were fined a lot of money for them. They're going to have to look at how they set this up. First and foremost, they have stable coins now, specifically with RLUSD, which is going to be a very efficient way to move money, just as fast, just as seamless as you would send XRP, so they could go that route. But what's interesting, I saw this on a Crypto Siege live stream the other day. He brought up this point by poster Tipsy Tiger, which has the new data flow. And Tipsy Tiger said the following: Ripple has rebranded on-demand liquidity, streamlined, and yes, XRP is still used. And I think what he's showing here, instead of the originator purchasing XRP, sending the payment with Ripple software, essentially they're routing it through Ripple. Ripple could even swap them out in stablecoins, but there's nothing stopping Ripple from then taking that stablecoin and doing a further swap into XRP. That has to be a payment there. If the originator's not buying XRP, if Ripple themselves is doing that swap to send a payment, you can't possibly, there is no way you could say that's some sort of investment by the originator. Originator gave them dollars, they got stable coins, and routed that payment through Ripple. From there, what happens with the value is no court's business, in my opinion here. You can't say the originator bought XRP. So I think Tipsy Tiger's onto something here. And furthermore, I think there's a lot of situations where just the stablecoin is going to be great. It's 3 seconds of counterparty risk, no big deal. But there are a lot of corridors you're going to be able to reach with XRP. And further, you're using the XRP Ledger for its best and highest use case, which is just sending value. Remember, the original vision of the XRP Ledger was to be using a lot of real-world assets, which is all the rage right now, to be able to use dollars and gold and yuan and just whatever you want to throw in here. It is a multi-currency ledger by design, so using a stablecoin is just leveraging its original design and feature sets. You don't have to make XRP used for every single circumstance to make it very valuable. I also think because of this kind of new data flow they have, this value flow, I think a lot of things are going to happen on chain. And that's going to bring a lot of liquidity to those pools on chain. And I think it'll start to take shape. I think it'll actually be a more robust system, a more useful system. And Ripple's inventive. And I think they're going to make this work. And I think we're going to turn the corner where, Ripple's really having to incentivize people to try to build up liquidity, to getting to a point where this system works now. It makes payments cheaper now using blockchain technology. And that's going to be a difference maker for them long term. I think they would have already made this switch, but during the court case, they couldn't switch things up a lot. You were under certain facts and circumstances, and you didn't want to start your build out and not knowing how that court case would eventually play out, what the rules of the game would be, so to say. Now they know. They have that ruling. They had the follow-up where the judge gave them even a little more guidance, and they have to be careful. But by no means is their cross-border payment dead. I would say the opposite. I think it's getting ready to thrive, and I think they'll do quite well. We have to see how that stablecoin launch goes. Does it start to get adoption? How those AMM pools look? Do we get some liquidity in there? I think to start, it'll just be XRP and Ripple stablecoin being a significant one. But from there, we can build a lot of growth, and you can leverage XRP's liquidity and leverage Ripple stablecoin's liquidity. And other projects can now build success. And that kind of, pre-stage, when you're not ready to go on an exchange, you're not quite big enough, you're trying to build a community, you're trying to get people to use your technology, it's important to have that on-chain liquidity. It's so important. And I think we can start building off of this. And I think everything will start kind of splintering off. And we'll see some good growth and we'll see some useful apps. And this is what we've been waiting for. We've been fighting for our survival for essentially, 4 years now. That's behind us, and it's now time to see what this system is capable of. And I think it's capable of a lot. And I think XRP is a useful digital asset. The XRP Ledger is an advanced system. It is not good for all of the same things that Ethereum does, but a lot of them it is, and it's highly scalable, fast, efficient, all of that kind of stuff. I think great things are ahead of us. Let me know what you think down below, though. Does this ruling somehow hinder Ripple's cross-border payment business, or might it be an actual boost where they can finally get things in line, they know it's compliant, and they're ready to start building? Only time will tell for sure. I'm looking for good things ahead of us. Let me know what you think, though. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.